Yes, hello. Today I wanted to look at two specimens. They're both ores, some kind of ore. I'm not 100% positive of what kind, so I'm going to do a streak test and a couple of other tests uh, just to get started on trying to identify these. And so, just looking at them, the one on the left I would say is specular hematite. I found it along a railroad track in Baltimore City. So at one point it was inside a railroad car and fell out onto the track. There's a little bit of red rust on it, like right up in here. And red is a real indicator of iron, but not an absolute. So I would think this is probably hematite, which is it has one iron atom, I believe, and two oxygen atoms. So it's really it itself is already rusted iron. The rust means oxidized, so that means oxygen is in it. It's already got oxygen in it. Believe it or not, you could breathe this thing if you get the oxygen out. But anyway, and this other one I found in the inner harbor of Baltimore along the beach with other large chunks of this stuff. And it does seem to rust red. Some of the chunks were red, but it has a whole different look to it. But I don't know. I thought it might be magnetite because magnetite can be black like this. So I have this really powerful magnet, and you can see like it'll just pick up this these scissors. Okay, so but it has no effect on this black rock at all. And also with the hematite doesn't have enough iron in it, or it's just not, it will not stick to a magnet anyway. So now let's try what's called a streak test, and you can do that with any kind of porcelain. I don't know, I'm just going to try I don't have anything great to use, so I'm going to try this. It really can be any kind of porcelain. I'm going to try it with the specular hematite, and you can see hematite is a silver color, but what we're going to do is, with the streak test, turn it into powder, and the powder color is what matters. I've already done this one here. You can see it's kind of a brownish red, and so I'll just to show you again, and I'm doing it on a place where there's no rust on this one little corner here. It's all silvery. So just to show you this, the actual color looks silvery, but when you rub it onto the like a rough pottery, so that's what you get. You get a streaks. It turns it into powder, and I don't know if you can see this well, but it's a reddish color. It is brownish red. I'll blow that any extra whatever out, but it's definitely not silver color, right? So it is a brownish red, and that's what hematite should have. And it's surprising that it would come out like that color, even though the rock itself is silvery color. Now, I think that's most likely. You know, there's one other test I can do, like is the hardness test, and hematite is really hard, so you can try to scratch it with your knife or something. You can see I'm not able to scratch it really with this knife. It really, instead, it's scratching my knife. So it's hard enough to be hematite. It's got the red rust on it. It looks like specular hematite. So I think that one's probably specular hematite. Now the other one though, I still don't know what it is because when I do this, it doesn't even want to turn into powder. It's really resistant to that, so it must be something even harder than, I don't know, or it doesn't, whatever the material doesn't want to turn into powder. But when I do get some powder out of it, the powder, if you can see it, it's just brown. There's no red in it at all. It's just brown, and that could mean it could be chromite. Baltimore was a big area for chromite before a lot of chromite was found in Turkey. And so in the 19th century, we did a lot of that. And so that might explain why I found that. But I still have to do some other, I guess I'll have to do some more research on this one. You know, there's a lot of different ores out there, but it's not magnetite, it's not hematite. So that's just to give you a sense, like, so the kind of tests to do if you want to find out what rock you have. I'll have to do a hardness test on this other one, but it looks really hard, I guess, which chromite really shouldn't be that hard. So just trying to scratch it there, and it doesn't seem to be scratching, so that might, you never know what it might be. So I hope this was interesting. Until next time, okay, bye.